And one day we got off the bus and I said, oh my God, who is that? So I said, who are you talking about? I said, that guy right there. I said, he's got the beautifulest blue eyes I ever seen. I said, one day he's going to be my husband. She said, Patty, you're crazy.
She knew it right away. And I'm like, Patty, you ain't going to marry that boy. Yes, I am. And she did at 15. It worked.
When she told me, Mom, this is what I want. And I thought, okay. And they got married. They had Heather, beautiful little girl. And I seen that she was really happy. And I thought, well, what else could I want for my daughter? Education is fine. Material things are fine. But if you got all that and you ain't got love, you ain't got nothing. So I accepted it. It was hard, but I really accepted it. And Patty's been happy all those years with Billy. So I can't complain.
He was honest and caring. You could just by talking to him, you could tell he was a gentle person. And we would talk about our families, and he had a baby brother, and he just talked so compassionate about him, and I thought to myself, you know, he would make the best daddy in the world.
Billy Ray was the type of person that, you know, if I needed anything, I could come to him, and, you know, if he had it, he would give it to me. If he didn't, he'd try his best to get it for me. Or if I ever had a problem, you know, something, I could keep with somebody I could come and talk to. I mean, you know, he was like a mentor to me.
Billy was a good husband, a good father. He taught me a lot of things. If his wife, Patty, had something going on, he would say, Short, I got to go home because Patty was waiting for me. And I said, well, we ain't through fishing yet. He said, yeah, well, I got to go. He said, we'll come back fishing another time. And doing that taught me a lot about how to treat my own family, how to be a family person.
His heart was just as big as them blue eyes of his. And I knew I made the right choice. I never second-guessed it. And if I could do it all over again, I'd do it all over again.
You know, they didn't have nothing fancy, but they stayed together and they were happy together, and that's all Mama needs.
Billy and Heather had a unique relationship. She was Daddy's girl. She loved Mom, but she was Daddy's girl.
My mom was more easier to talk to, but my dad, he listened, you know, more. And if he got mad about it, he would always get mad with my mom instead of me. So, but he would always listen to what I had to say. So,
Billy was a good father. I believe that, and his daughter depended on him even till he died. If she had a problem, she knew he would be there to fix it if he could.
Heather was his eyeball. I mean, he loved his daughter. I don't think there was nothing that she would ever want that he wouldn't get for her. I don't think there was nothing that she could do wrong that he would ever say that was wrong. I mean, he just loved her. You know, he was just always there for her.
When my daughter was 19, she gave us a grandson, the son we never had.
the relationship between my dad and my son was, I could say it was it was a grandfather, grandson thing, but a lot of people that probably seen them together probably thought that my son was my dad's son because he was always with them, and he thought a lot of them. You know, my son thought a lot of my dad.
My granddad was like my dad because he was always there, when I needed advice, and then he would help me through stuff, and I could always go to him and he'll be there. We went fishing, we went to the fun park and stuff. I used to hang together all the time. Sometimes we go out on the boat, on the river sometimes, and then at night we just hang around and watch TV and laugh and joke.
He is a wonderful child, and I know it's because of my husband. He taught him how to respect people, how to love people, and be a man and care for other people. Not just yourself, but for other people too. And that's what my Bill was.
I couldn't ask for anything no better for that grandson than the grandfather that he had. I believe he was really a special person to him. Hunt, fish, ride those four-wheelers, dirt bikes. They was always doing something together, and that's what children need.
A lot of people don't know the love that me and my daughter and my grandson have known from one person. And he had enough for all three of us and his friends and family. But we knew we could count on him no matter what. He was always there for us. He always had our back.
Billy was a good worker. He could do anything. He did a lot of personal things for me. He was really my right-hand man. I mean, he did everything for me. Like going to the bank, going to the post office. I mean, sometimes I'd give him $2,000, $3,000 just to carry across the street. Some of the things that I didn't have time to do, he would do them for me. He's gone out to my house and done a lot of things around the house for me that I couldn't do. I mean, he was very loyal. My wife loved him to death.
Billy was a giving person. He was one that would do anything for you. He'd spend his last dime. He was one, as you say, as people say, would give you the shirt off his back, even if he didn't have another one to wear. That was Billy. It's just who he was. Never seen a stranger. He liked everybody. Always seen the good in other people.
He was a good person. Like I say, you could call him on the phone with, "Oh, Billy, I got a problem. My car's broke down. Where you at? I'll be there in 15 minutes. Never could worry about him coming. Same way in life. If he told you he was going to do it, that's what he would do.
Once you walk in contact with him, it was just a smile on his face. And once he started talking, it was just like lure you right in. He just knew what to say and when to say it. I don't know, if I hadn't met him through his dad and met him on the street, we would have still hit it off, because he never met a stranger. Whether he knew your name or not, he would talk to you. And in his case, he remembered everybody's name. I would look at him sometimes, and I'm thinking, how you know all these people? And he would just laugh. He said, I've been around. He said, I come in contact with a lot of people, and we went everywhere. When we went in another county, it was somebody in there knew Billy Ray. And when they met him, they met me. And we went in places where it weren't many black people. And he would look around and everybody would be looking at me. He said, I don't know what you're looking at him for. He said, that's my brother. And they would just turn and go back to what they were doing. So everybody knew him. Everywhere we went, they knew Billy. And we've been out of town in a lot of long distance places fishing. And when we get there, somebody would walk up to him and start talking. I'm saying, how you know these people way down here? He said, well, I come down here fishing and I just talk to them. Once he started talking to you, you would take right to him.
After the flood in '99, I remember we were standing in our friend's house, and I said, Bill, what in the world are we going to do? We have lost everything. And he took me in his arms. He said, Patty, we've been through worse times than this, sweetie. We're going to make it. I am going to see to it that you're going to be all right. He said, we have each other. God spared our daughter and our grandson and our lives. There's nothing no better than that. We're going to make this. And after the water went down, he got out and he started looking somewhere for us to live. And he found this trailer from Boss Thomas. We hadn't lived in a trailer, but one other time, that was his father's. And I said, it don't matter to me. As long as I can live with you and be safe, I don't care where it's at. And it was about the third week we were here. And we were sitting in here one night, and Bill said, Patty, do you know how really blessed we are? I said, yes, I do. I said, I knew we had great friends and a great family, but I cannot just, when I look around, I can't imagine this. He said, you know, we need to do something to give back. And I said, what do you mean, Bill? He said, well, I thought about we should become organ donors. He said, that's the last thing we can do when we leave here, is give life to someone else. My phone rang, my house phone. And I come in here and it said, Pitt Memorial Hospital. I said, who in the world is in the hospital? And the lady, it was a doctor, she told me her name. To this day, I cannot remember it. She said, is this Miss Greene? And I said, yes. She said, Miss